because I didn't want to cut my skin. I'm still learning and I'm still kind of shaky, but next time I will definitely speed it up. And anyways, I wanted to share some blind items while you watch me learn how to use an e-file. All blind items are alleged, and this is going to be a mixture of Crazy Days and Nights. That's the blog I use to find blind items, and blind gossip, and also I threw in a Bravo and Cocktails blind as well. I think I'm not finding it, so maybe I will go back and grab that. All right, here we go. Tuesday, January 3rd. The foreign-born A/A- list singer who doesn't want to sing any longer has been prescription shopping. So I think this is either Rihanna or Justin Bieber. Riri's last album was Anti in 2016, but she did put out a single in 2022 called Born Again for the Black Panther Wakanda Forever movie, according to Wikipedia. So she is still singing. But also, I haven't really read much about Rihanna being into or using prescription drugs. I know she smokes a lot of weed, and I know she drinks, but I don't think she has a pill problem. So maybe it's not her, but perhaps it is. And so my reason for thinking maybe it's Justin Bieber, he released 6 songs in 2022, so he does put music out still, and those are, some of them are Attention and To Feel, and I Feel Funny. Those are the names of a couple of the singles. But back in October, Justin did cancel his Justice World Tour. Do you guys remember that? He claimed that he couldn't perform due to facial paralysis caused by Ramsay Hunt syndrome. And that's according to pitchfork.com. And this health concern came on the heels of his wife, Hailey Bieber, also having a health problem. In March of 2022, she supposedly had a small blood clot in her brain and went through surgery. I think that's real suspicious that they're both having quote-unquote health problems like that. There's no proof that those things actually happen other than like the videos where they describe it happening. I think that they have drug problems. I've read about this in a lot of blind items. Allegedly, they have drug problems. And here I'm showing you where I'm going to put the peel base, by the way. So I remembered this time. And the directions for Sparkle & Co. online say to draw a circle on the middle of your nails. So I've done that a few times, and it's really effective. Okay, back to the blinds. So that's why I think perhaps it's Justin Bieber. He's also allegedly had a lot of substance abuse problems, and so has Hailey Bieber. Okay, so this one's from Blind Gossip, and it was posted December 28th. So Blind Gossip is another blind item blog, and this person, we think, the fans or readers think that there's a health problem going on with this person. They've been posting sporadically, like 1 month they'll post, and then 3 months later they'll post. So anyways, I hope that everything's okay with this person. And without further ado, here we go. So these are a little bit longer, and I'll let you watch me put on my gel extensions. These are from Painted Desert, and I love them. Also, I'm using all Hema-free gels to apply these gel extensions. There you go. I'm not sure if the extensions are Hema-free. I don't think they are. I'm going to have to do some research on that now that I think about it. Alright, back to Blind Gossip. So I shortened this a little bit. They're usually pretty long. But anywho, without further ado, here we go. Here's what happened. She was out filming an episode of her Real Housewives of Whatever series. She hit up a couple of bars in a major city. She drank a lot. Then she started hitting up the bartenders. The bartender in the first bar looked like he was young enough to be her son. That didn't stop her. She was getting drunk and started hitting on him. He wasn't playing along and kept turning away from her. Did she take the hint? Give up? No, she did not. Instead of taking the hint, she got even more aggressive with him. She started sliding $100 bills across the counter at him and telling him she would make it worth his while to go home with her. Ew. Did that work out? No, she was not happy that he was ignoring her. He kept saying, "Leave me alone, I'm not interested." She was not hearing it, so she started making comments about his junk. Maybe she thought it was funny, but it was flat out harassment. She was making everyone uncomfortable. The bartender just shook his head and walked away. Our salty housewife is not a quitter. Having failed in that pickup, she suggested to the crew that they try a different bar. Can you guess what happened at the bar? She tried doing the exact same thing. She got more drunk. She picked out a cute young male bartender. She tried blurting and bragging and making vulgar comments to him. Did that work this time? Nope. None of it worked. She got exactly the same reaction. It was so bad that even the crew was laughing about how lame she was. She eventually gave up. She went home very drunk and very alone. It was such a failure and such an embarrassment twice that the footage didn't even make it to air. Perhaps the franchise thought it would be too much of a black eye on the series to show one of their stars as a crude, drunk, harassing loser. So, picking up on the context clues, using the word salty and black eye, which is a phrase, black eye, I think this is Heather Gay from Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. She not recently, but the last 4 episodes of Salt Lake City have been all about her black eye that she got supposedly from someone beating her up. Personally, I think she fell because she was super drunk and like gouged her eye on something. I think they're dragging it out because the ratings are lower than last year or last season, and they don't really have anything else storyline wise. I think they should be focusing on Jen Shaw and her legal issues, but that's beside the point. So I think that that's her, and I would love to hear all my Housewife fans out there what you think maybe happened to her black eye. Okay, well, I guess we're just going to do the 2 blinds, and next episode I will do one from bravoandcocktails.com. Here I'm building an apex with Luxie Nail Soft Gel Tip Glue, and I am doing 1 brush stroke down the middle, curing for 30 seconds, and then I will come back and do another coat of gel closely around my cuticle, but not quite to the edge. And you can see I'm still recovering from accidentally filing my pinky there. I don't know if building an apex with gel is necessary. I'm used to doing it with dip powder, so let me know in the comments below what you think, if that's an unnecessary step or not. I have been doing that, and it seems to make them pretty strong, but I've also switched to using a rubber base from Luxie that is also strong, so maybe I don't need to do that at all because I have the rubber base. I also have a rubber top coat from Painted Desert that I have used a few times, and that has strengthened my extensions as well. So here I'm using my brand new Madam Glam Hema free gel polish that I received from an unboxing I did that'll be coming out soon. This isn't sponsored or anything. I just wanted to try these out, and I've been looking for Hema free gel polishes. Luxie Nail has some. I need to order their actual colors, but so far I've just been using them for the tips or gel extensions and gel like base and top coat and glue. I do have some colors from Luxie Nail in my cart that I want to order from Etsy. But for now, I'm trying out Madam Glam, and I'll be trying out another brand soon just to see what my preferences are. And I've heard, I've watched a lot of reviews on Madam Glam, and I've read some like Reddit subreddit. I'm on the nails subreddit, and I've searched for Hema-free brands, and this is one of the most highly rated ones. They are expensive if you're not a VIP member. They're like $21, but honestly, these are all from the outlet part of their website, so they were like $8 to $10 per bottle. They're not, most of these colors aren't available anymore, and it's only been a few weeks. So I'll just post the outlet website below, and you can see what's available. I'm happy with these colors. I'm sure that some of them are like last season or whatever, but I don't care. Blue is blue to me, and this is a beautiful set of blues. So I realized watching this back that I use a lot of brush strokes to put on gel polish. And I noticed the same thing when I watched myself doing dip powder. With the dip liquids, I was having a lot of problems with it collecting all of the powder and wrinkling. And watching back, I realized I was just brushing it obsessively to the point where they dried. And so with the gel polish, I'm trying to get as much coverage as possible for the first coat, and I'm realizing that's not necessary. That's why there's a second coat. So I cut out a lot of the obsessive brush strokes because it was boring, and it's just like, all right, I'm not doing that anymore. So I decided I didn't like the order of colors I was doing, so I went ahead and took it off and used my Macart brush, that purple one, that helps me take off gel polish. What's this called? Oop! Brush and picker. Yeah, that's right. Oh, there is a picker. I forgot. There's like a spatula on the other side. So I'll link that below. And here, for the first time, I'm using a little brush with gel polish to get it right along the cuticle. I'm going to do this from now on. It made it a lot cleaner. I'm wearing a set right now that I will be posting that I wish I had gone back with a little brush, a little detail brush that you'll see, and I'll point it out when I post it. So I'm going to do that from now on. I'm going to go close to the cuticle, but not right on the cuticle, and then go back with a detail brush. Let me know in the comments below how you clean your little brushes, your nail art brushes, when you use them with gel polish. I've seen in videos to use clear or base gel to clean them, and then use rubbing alcohol to get the gel off of the nail, and never to use acetone. I ruined all of my Amazon brushes from using acetone, but I'm kind of glad that they were just Amazon brushes. And now I'm graduating to Painted Desert luxury nail art brushes that are on the way to me, that I'm going to take really good care of and hopefully do more nail art with them. So I love the color blue, and that's why I picked this nail set. Plus I ordered a bunch of blues from Madame Glam because I didn't have a ton of blues, and the blues that I do have aren't like your classic blues. So I'm still building my gel polish collection, and soon hopefully I'll have like a rainbow of colors. I really like this periwinkle blue. It's almost a purple, and it's kind of shimmery. It's beautiful, and it looks really nice with the other blues that I got. I'm hoping over time, as I use more gel polish, I won't have to use this precision tool from Gigi's Nail Co. I think that's what it's called. I'll link it below. But for now, I'm just going back and cleaning up all of the edges. I ended up cutting out most of the times that I did that, but I wanted to show you that I'm not perfect, and it's okay to mess up and get it on your skin, especially if it's Hema-free gel. It won't be causing a gel allergy, because that apparently is what will cause a gel allergy, is constantly getting it on your skin, and I'm a messy bitch, so that's why I'm doing Hema-free gel polish, because I don't want to develop an allergy. This poor little pinky of mine just like would not heal, and you can see I really irritated it. Oops. My husband gets really worried when I file my skin like that, and he always points it out. Oh well, I will get better. Hopefully with the e-file I'll have less cuts like that. So I'm curing for 30 seconds as I go, so that I don't accidentally bump one of those nails and then have to take it all off and start over. Now on top, I'm actually using a Macart gel polish that has little stars and little flakes of glitter. I ended up redoing this like 4 or 5 times because I couldn't get the glitter to sit where I wanted it, which again, I should have just cured it and done a second or third coat, but I was being slightly a perfectionist. So I left in like one time and I wipe it off, but I ended up wiping it off like 4 or 5 times. I figured that using this one on top of the Hema Free Gel Polish would be okay. I just tried really hard not to get it on my skin. And I'm hoping that if I just minimize the amount of gel polish that does have Hema, maybe I won't develop an allergy. This is all just guessing though. I do get it on my skin though, so that's not great. Here I'm using that Macart brush again, well, in a second, there, to get the excess gel polish off of my skin. This brush works really well. I think it's designed for polygel, but I really like to use it for removing gel polish. So I'm curing that for 30 seconds and I'm going to do a second coat. I'm pretty happy with it. I love how well these colors go together. And I'm glad I did the dark blue thumb and index finger next to each other. That's what I was kind of debating. Do I want them to be the same as the pinky, or do I want it to kind of be an ombre effect? And so I'm glad I went with the kind of ombre look where the colors go from dark to light. Usually I do my accent nail, which in this set I would say that the pinky is the accent nail because it's got the glitter. I would normally do that on my ring finger because it just looks cool. I'm used to doing it, and there's more nail estate than the pinky, but I'm very happy with how these turned out, and I might be doing more sparklies on my pinky from now on. I'm going ahead and doing a second coat. I debated whether I should or needed to do a second coat. This Madame Gel is super opaque. Like, I could have gotten away with one coat for sure, and I had the same debate when I was doing the swatch sticks. I really didn't need to do a second coat, but I kind of wanted to see what it would look like. And I could have gone either way, looking back on it. Definitely needed a second coat for the pinky with the little sparklies. And I have like a almost silver color underneath you saw me put on. Let me see what it's called. Sugar. I was going to call it Sugar Rush. I knew that was wrong. Sugar is the color. I don't know if it's available anymore. And now I'm using a non-wipe top coat from Luxie Nail to top everything off. And this is the last, for a few videos, time that I do both sets, both hands, the same colors. And yeah, so that's kind of interesting to me. I do less strokes with the top coat, I've noticed. Maybe I realized by the end that I was being a bit obsessive. Let me know in the comments below. I've asked this question before, but I'd love to hear what you all think. If you think that capping the free edge is necessary with gel polish. I've seen it go both ways. I watch a YouTube channel called Nail Career, and she's been a nail technician for like 20 years, and she says that you do not need to cap the edge. You can even file it afterwards if you wanted to, and it should still stay. I could be wrong, but I remember watching that and being like, oh, well, if Nail Career says it, then it must be so. So let me know what you think below. I am going to continue capping because I've had problems with lifting. I talked about this in my last video. So it could be a combination of reasons why I have had issues with lifting, like from the quality of gel polish to not the proper prep to not capping the free edge. You know, there's multiple reasons. Maybe I wasn't curing it long enough. I don't know. So here I quickly show you how I do my second hand. It took me just as long, if not longer, because it's my non-dominant hand and I was being a perfectionist. But they look really good. If you were to feel my nails though, which I do make my husband feel them after every set, just to be like, feel how smooth they are, or now the latest is, alright, feel how many lumps and bumps and mountains and craters there are, because eventually I'm going to get so good at using the e-file that there's no more lumps and bumps and craters. So here's the end result. I love using that coaster I got as a wedding gift for nail fees. And yeah, this is the final result. Please like, subscribe, and turn on notifications, and leave me a comment below. We'll see you next time.